Over 75 new condo projects are on hold in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, causing a lot of uncertainty in the market. And people have questions, lots of questions. So let's talk about that right here, right now. Hi, and welcome back to Everything Toronto. And for those of you new to this channel, I'm Renna, a local real estate broker right here in Toronto, Ontario. And I specialize in helping clients from around the globe relocate to, from, and within the Greater Toronto area. So recently, news broke that over 75 new condo projects in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area have been put on hold. An online article in Stories revealed this shocking development, which to no surprise has raised a lot of questions. Like, why are these projects on hold? And what does this mean for current and future homeowners, investors, and the real estate market as a whole? So let's start by talking about the reasons behind the holdup of these projects, and then I'll talk about the challenges this brings to the table. One of the primary reasons these projects are on hold is the sharp increase in construction costs. The prices of essential building materials like lumber, steel, and concrete have skyrocketed in recent years. This surge is mainly due to inflation, but it's also due to the lingering effects of the supply chain disruptions caused by the pandemic. Both have made it more expensive and more difficult to source these materials. When the cost of materials go up, so does the overall construction costs, putting a financial strain on developers. Think about it. If developers price units back in, let's say, 2019, it could be 3 to 4 years before the shovels hit the ground. That brings us to 2022, where the cost of materials have already started to skyrocket. Another critical issue is the shortage of skilled labor. The construction industry has been grappled with a significant workforce gap, with not enough workers to meet demand. Many workers left the industry during the pandemic and haven't returned, leading to delays in ongoing projects and making it challenging to start new ones. Without a sufficient labor force, even well-funded projects can't move forward at a necessary pace. Financing has also become a major hurdle. Securing loans and investments has always been crucial for large-scale real estate projects, but recent economic uncertainties have made lenders more cautious. This, along with the giant leap in interest rates over the past 2 years, has had a major impact on both borrowing costs and the ability to obtain loans, as it's more expensive to carry the debt. Developers are finding it harder to get financial backing needed to continue and start new projects. This tightening of available credit means more projects are on hold indefinitely, awaiting more favorable financial conditions. Finally, market uncertainty is playing a big role. The real estate market has been very unpredictable recently, with fluctuating demand and concerns about potential housing bubbles. So developers are very wary of committing to large projects without a clear understanding of future market conditions. This level of caution is understandable, but it adds another layer of delay to project timelines. These delays and uncertainties have immediate repercussions. It especially raises challenges with homebuyers, investors, and local communities. Potential homebuyers who were counting on these new developments are now facing limited options and higher prices in the existing market. As for investors, those who invested in these projects are left in a state of uncertainty, not knowing when their investments will come to fruition. And when it comes to local communities, neighborhoods expecting an influx of new residents and businesses may face economic slowdowns as growth stalls. Now let's talk about the implications that these stalled projects have on the GTHA real estate market. First, the most immediate impact is the balance of supply and demand. The expected influx of new units into the market has been drastically reduced. This shortage contributes to the already tight housing market in Toronto and surrounding areas, where over recent years, demand consistently outstrips supply. As a result, prices for existing condos could potentially resurge after experiencing a recent slump this year. For buyers, especially first-time home buyers, this makes entering the market even more challenging. They may find themselves priced out of neighborhoods they once considered affordable. Investors who have already poured money into these projects are now in a state of limbo. They're left with unfinished buildings and no clear timelines for completion. This uncertainty can erode investor confidence, not only with specific projects, but in the broader market as well. If investors start to pull back, which we've actually kind of seen recently, it could lead to the slowdown in new real estate developments, creating a ripple effect throughout the industry. The delay in these condo projects also has a significant economic impact on local businesses. Many small businesses and service providers were banking on the new residents these condos would bring. Restaurants, retail stores, and service providers were preparing for an increase in customer base. Without the anticipated influx of new residents, these businesses may struggle to survive, leading to potential closures and a decrease in local economic activity. Stalled projects mean that entire neighborhoods slated for revitalization and growth could see stagnation. Areas expecting these new condos may now face slower development and fewer improvements in infrastructure and public amenities. This can lead to a sense of neglect and slow down the overall growth and improvement of these neighborhoods. On a broader scale, the hold on these projects could signal caution to the entire real estate market. Developers and investors might become more hesitant to embark on new projects. This could lead to a slowdown in the construction of not just condos, but all types of housing and commercial projects. The result? A market that is slower to meet the needs of a growing urban population. But it's not all doom and gloom. The real estate market might innovate and adapt, finding new solutions to overcome these obstacles. This critical juncture could also spur innovation. This may force developers to seek out more cost-effective and efficient building methods. And there could be an increased collaboration with government to streamline regulation and provide financial support. And new solutions could emerge to address labor shortages, such as increased training programs or incentives to attract workers back to the industry. This could eventually lead to a more resilient and adaptable market, better equipped to handle future challenges. So what does the future hold? In light of the situation, I think a few things may happen. Some good and some bad. First and foremost, I see things getting a bit tougher before it gets better. In the short term, we can expect continued turbulence. 2024 has been a roller coaster ride, and this isn't expected to change. Over the next year, prices for existing condos are likely to rebound as supply for pre-construction condos become constrained, and first-time homebuyers will find it increasingly difficult to enter the market. And as expected, investors will remain cautious, which could ultimately impact the pace of future project launches. If this disturbing trend continues and we see more projects on hold in the future, then I wouldn't be surprised if we see government intervention to address these challenges. This could come in different forms, like incentives for construction, subsidies for affordable housing, and efforts to streamline regulatory processes. These measures will be crucial in stabilizing the market and encouraging new developments if things get worse. We actually may see significant technological advancements in the long run. The construction industry might see a push towards adopting new technology and methods to combat rising costs and labor shortages. Innovations such as modular construction, 3D printing of building materials, and an increased use of automation could help reduce costs and improve efficiency. So what do you think about these stalled projects? Do you feel the market will stabilize at this point? Or is it too late and we're headed for disaster? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and liking this video. And don't forget to tap that bell. And remember, if you're planning a move, feel free to give us a call, send us a text, or drop us an email. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.